Bullets. I might use the excuse hang on hitting pass. It's actually excellent. I love it. So I start here 5 minutes.
Double up, Jake! Jake! Jake!
Oh, Jake. Good bait. Go on, Matt, go on!
Here we go! You'll get that! You'll get that! Here, 7 don't want to defend, keep playing. All the way back, Jake, you've got to do that. You've got to do that. Get go side, good boy. Give it to him! Get the ball! Use it! Oh, we've got to score, lads! Alan, leave it! Tight! All we want, get us in! Good lads! Don't foul him! Brilliant, let's get it on cover! Sell when you get there, Seto!
How to do it.
You're in set! You're in!
we've got a chance here, haven't we? Yeah.
Charlie, did we get one win over? We've got him 1.5. He just won this as well. Ed's not here, darling.
Why?
He's on the day off.
Lads, welcome back to St Neots Town TV. Terrific 3-0 victory against a very good Hungerford side today, and well, confidence keeps building. What are you making that one, Nathan?
I think it was a good steely performance. We had a task to do in the first half, and I think the lads carried out. We knew what their threat was, and they took it to a man and done the job really well. And I think the second half of the game opened up for us, and we were clinical with our finishing and ruthless at the back defending, and took away a clean sheet as well. So terrific 3 points.
I think everyone put in a very, very good performance today. In that first half, I must say, Hungerford tested us numerous occasions, and we rode it well and kept the belief going. And you said the game opened up for us in the second half, but I really believe that's down to our work rate and our determination to get a foothold in the game. And we're going to talk about him again, but Shane Tolley is the man to steal the moment there. Z, what do you make of his finish today?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. We knew their threats before the game. I think we did have to ride our luck. I thought the lad on the left probably put 4 or 5 good balls and could have probably asked his centre forwards questions saying, "Where are you?" But that's football. We got in at half time, give him the clear message. The one I want to single out, and we did in the change room, is Jake Woolley, because what he had to do then was almost a man-to-man job to allow Dave to stay in contact with the back four and almost stop their biggest threat, which was their 11 on the day. And I think in the end of the game, we said to him at the end, the lad was sitting in the dugout by the end of the game, and I think that was the moment the game opened up for us. And then, like you said, then it allows Shane Tolley, the other boys, to go and get their goal the other end. So, like you said, you hit the nail on the head. The work was done in the first half. We rode our luck, for me, in the first half in terms of just crosses coming in, the pressure that you talked about, and then we asked the man just to do a selfless task. He did that, and it just allowed us to win the game with the other 10 players on the park.
Yeah, that was their outlet ball, wasn't it? Straight down that left side to number 11. It was very good, and you can see why they take advantage of that, because he was causing us all kinds of problems for that whole first half, wasn't he?
Yeah, because he's a winger. He's got league pedigree. I think Newcastle, Swindon, Yeovil. So he does play like a typical wide man from a higher level. Not much defensive responsibility, sort of plays in a half and half position, cheating position, and then he was good enough to actually go past you with pace or put a good ball in. So he's probably, it's a hard winger to defend against, because if one's only going to go down the line, it's easy to defend that. If one's only going to cross, well, you sit in the box and defend the cross, but he could do both, and it caused Dave a problem in the first half as well as a back four. But like I say, in the second half, the lad never got a kick.
Yeah, I mean, that just makes that clean sheet even more special today, because like you said, we did ride our luck a little bit, but then we took it to him in the second half, and it was just another terrific performance today. And not to say that there was anything wrong with our first half performance. I thought we managed it pretty well, and we had a few good opportunities. Matty Nolan went through sort of midway into the first half with a very good opportunity. He's just drilled it at the keeper, hasn't he?
I mean, yeah, I do remember that. I mean, he'd got a yard on the centre half. Listen, Matty Nolan, he's getting around 30. We know his strength. We know, his weaknesses. Probably in his mind, he probably just doubted himself. I felt like he could probably go on another 2 or 3 yards and take the shot closer to the goal. Yeah. But sometimes you get in them positions, he might just felt like his legs, weren't quite there. And you see that happen all the time. People take shots early. They think defenders are going to come around, but it's easy when you sort of like look from our position. Like, we're not in his mind. We don't know what was in his legs at that time. But yeah, it was a great chance. But like Nave said, I think no game is won after 45 minutes. It's always after 90 minutes. And in the second half, you get a chance to go and win the game. And like Nave said, we were clinical when we did have the next batch of chances that actually put the game to bed.
I mean, at half time, I was thinking it was all about whoever gets that first goal is going to be a crucial part of the game. You hear that said a lot in football, but it's true. Today, I felt whoever got that first goal was really going to sort of take the initiative in the game, wasn't it? And we were there.
Yes.
Yeah, the first goal was always going to be key in the game, and we did mention that at half time, but fortunately it's come to us just before we scored it. We hit the bar, we hit the post. Yeah. The keeper's made a great save. Shane, he does what he does. He was there to just tap it home. So once we got our noses in front, as we have in the previous 3 or 4 games, we've gone on and, you know, turned what looked to be maybe a 1 or 2-0 game into a game that was 3 but could have been 4 or 5.
And it looks like we've got another free kick taker in our midst now, Dave Deeney. Did he pick out that top right hand corner, or was that a floating cross for somebody else to tap home?
I know what he'll tell you.
I think Dave, I mean, we've worked with Dave before, and that's probably one thing that's disappointed me and Gaz on the side. We get some good free kicks, and I believe and I'll say it on camera, I'll say it in the changing room, the wrong people are on the free kicks. You know what I mean? I've worked with Dave season before, and he is a good free kick taker. And even in Freights, and I think what they do, they almost get bullied and let other people let them take it. I think what that will do now is put Dave right at the top of the pecking order, because, like I say, at our time at Alzey, he scored a lot of free kicks, and important free kicks from wide, central, and does possess a good delivery. I think you see it when he gets set back to him. He puts some great balls into the box, and he's very, very good at dead balls. So I don't think he's someone that's sort of like is lucky. I think he has got that in him, but it's probably our job to make sure that actually he becomes a priority in those situations for us to get the most out of, you know, a victory. You know, it's the difference between a victory, a draw, or a loss. You know what I mean?
And it was one of those awkward free kicks to defend, isn't it? It was just right in the right zone. Anyone could get a touch on it, send the keeper it this way or the other way. But in the end, no one got a touch, and it's just nestled in that top corner, lovely.
Yeah.
What did you make of Hilliard's performance there? I thought he was inspired in that first half. He's really put in a massive performance for us this week, what with the cup game, which we'll talk about in a moment. And equally, just slotting his penalty away quite comfortably today.
Yeah, Lewis is on fire at the moment, and you know his goals ratio is showing that. I felt he's been. We'll have to have a look at him for Monday, because he's took a knock there, which was a clear sending off. You know, hopefully we'll get him back out there, and hopefully he'll be able to continue in the vein that he's been bringing to games week in, week out well, since we've been here, really.
Gary, so just cast your minds back to Monday night at Redditch in the Cup. How did that game pan out in the end? We all know it was a 3-1 victory, but what was it like? I wasn't there myself.
Well, we were playing the first half. We were playing, you know, against a hill, but we coped well. We conceded a goal and went in half time 1 down. But we spoke to the players, and Zia spoke to them himself about you know, a couple of things we needed to change. They took that on board, and in the end it was comfortable the second half. You know, we scored at the right times. Again, Lewis has delivered when it matters. 3 fantastic goals, and it was comfortable in the end.
Excellent. I noticed in your programme notes today, a supporter asked you about what you said at half time there, and everyone assumes it's the hairdryer treatment each time, but it's not, is it? How do you go about it at half time when you are 1-0 down?
Listen, you go in at half time, I think if you've got clear messages and it's tactical, you can help someone, you can only say that with a quiet voice. If it is just a case of, listen, no matter what I say tactically, we haven't turned up and we aren't awake, then it's hairdryer. I think what we do is mix up the both. We don't do hairdryer. Listen, I think we've done 1 hairdryer, I think, since we've been here. And it was probably the Poole away game when we first come through the door, because we saw a team that were beat up before half time. You know, for us, as we're going in, it's about giving the messages. The message was they were overrun us in the middle of the park. We had to make sure that we had man for man in there and lock that up. Stop the ball going into their front man, who was awkward. And then again, like today, you asked them at half time, lock that up, and I think then we'll go and win the game. So again, it was another clear message, lock that up, and I think we'll go and win the game. And like you said, in the second half, it was an inspired performance, because that's when you get the best out of Lou Hilliard, your wide men, your front men. When I guess an air of defensive responsibility is taken off their shoulders, somebody else is doing that instead of sort of playing in that half and half position. Shall I be defending? And then when we're looking for them up the park, they're still on the edge of our box. You know, Lou ain't going to score any goals on the edge of our box. You know, we have to make sure we lock that up and give them the license and the freedom to go and do what they do best in the final third. And listen, every game is different, and that's why half-time's great. You know, because it gives you a chance to get the message across at the end of the game. That I just think there's no point speaking whether you win, lose or draw. The game is over. Go on to the next one. Do you know what I mean? So they'll get the hairdryer when it's needed, but I still think what is proven that when we've come in at half time, if we've given them clear messages and look them straight in the eye and tell them the job that needs to be done and show them, I would say 80% of that time since we've been here, the second half has helped us go on and win, draw football matches.
I think it's important as well that the squad we have got is showing that it's got the ability to take information on board. and you know, tribute to them for that.
Just think about today's game again. Game's gone by actually. The engine room of this midfield, Dean Cracknell and Ben Farrell, have been tremendous. They're real hard workers for the side, and it's easy to, as a supporter, to overlook what they do at times because they're sort of in the background, but they're breaking up play, distributing ball quickly and accurately, and it gets us on the front foot, doesn't it? What have you got to say about these guys?
I think them two have been tremendous. You know, we knew a lot about the pair of them. We worked at Bam Farrell. We knew what Crackers was about, and what they do is they allow us to play because they do the gritty side of the game, and they can play themselves. You know, make no mistake about that. So they can mix the two, and I think that's a good ingredient to have in any player. That's somebody that can be tenacious, put their foot in, but when it's time to be cool and relaxed and find a pass, those two both have, you know, possess that. And as a pair in a 4-4-2, I think you struggle to find a better pair. You know, so we're blessed to have them, and long may that continue.
Excellent, good stuff. So Monday, Redditch away, Groundhog Day, all again, but this time 3 points in the league, please.
Yeah, I mean, it's never Groundhog Dog. You know, we speak about lads preparing themselves properly. You know, we've put a great 3 points on the board today. So, you know, we'll be going to Redditch looking for another 3 points. You know, our message is simple. We want to try and climb as far up the league as we can. We want lads to get in the winning habit, you know, from the get-go, from when we walked into the place up until now. So we're going there for 3 points, but in the right way. You know, we always respect every team. Doesn't matter because we won there the other day. We're not going to automatically win again. We have to make sure the lads understand that and they're focused for the job because every game takes a different kind of desire to get through the 95 minutes that, you know, the referee plays. So we won't be taking anything for granted going there. We know what we're coming up against, but it's our job to make sure we freshen up the pack, we look at different personnel, and we keep that squad hungry to go there and walk away, which would be a good 3 points. Cup football, league football, two different ball games.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done today, lads. Great week of football, some great results for us. And Zima, last time we spoke, you sat here and said we'd be looking forward to a cup final, and we are. So, cheers, well done.
No
Good
problem.
stuff.